We are doing the season finale one day after this week 9 matchup. You can thank courtesy of the Windy City Whimsicott head coach Fred, who's in the call.
Woo!
Uh, they are going on vacation, so this was the only way we could play it, and I'd much rather play a game versus take forfeits or anything like that. So he also told me like a week and a half in advance, so we at least could make that work. But yeah, we'll just get rid of the matchup marquee. We don't need that anymore. My poor Photoshop skills can go away. Okay, it is us. Hey, Chris, I appreciate you letting me know on the green for the scorecard. That was something that I actually pulled from the All-Star match, is actually where I got that color green from that scoreboard. So we'll tweak it later. If we get to a championship game where we'll play Windy City, we'll fix it there, but we'll fix it before then. Hoenn Pokemon's gonna be the thing. Y'all heard it. We're playing up against Urshifu Single Strike, Poison Terra, Ghost Terra, Whimsicott. We have Electric Terra, Magnezone, Grass Terra, Crocodile, Dragon Terra, Toxapex, Electric Terra, Electabuzz. So we've done so much Urshifu research for this thing. We knew it was going to be Poison Terra. The problem is all that research may or may not matter because it is Urshifu Single Strike. If it's Adamant Choice Band, that will be problematic. We tried to use our fairy types for this. We did not stick with Fluttermane, of all things, to deal with this, but because of the Prankster Tailwind from Whimsicott. So we're going to go in a different direction, and we're going to try to work this down using Intimidates and hopefully let Gudra do its thing. Gudra's not carrying Protect. That may come to be risky, but I think we can make it work. With Grass Terra, Crocodile, and I think that having Flamethrower in that slot will be okay. We may or may not use it, the move that is, but no Spore is actually really good not to see. We do have to deal with the Helping Hand Electabuzz, so we're going to see some Helping Hand calcs that we're not going to be entirely sure about because we didn't look at Helping Hand in specifically, we just looked at a lot of Choice Band stuff. But we have a Game 1 lead that we're going to use just in case we see the Staraptor we're going to use Staraptor Rabombi because we think that's our best answer to a Whimsicott Urshifu lead on their side. So we'll go ahead and get Rabombi in number 1 slot, Staraptor number 2 slot. Staraptor has to be adamant to get the KO on Whimsicott because it's likely the Focus Sash holder. Nice thing about seeing this team a lot for 9 weeks is we have an idea what it's going to do. So, but never underestimate the bug is a good thing. To follow this up, I think we can look at a double Intimidate angle. Arcanine here can probably work. It's also our spread move to get around a few things that we don't have otherwise. Last thing to look at is Rhyperior or Gudra. I'm going to lean towards Gudra game 1, see if we can get it rolling, and we'll just have to see what happens. That's our game 1 strat. Strat for Rabombi. If they get the duo we think he's going to lead with, we're going to tee off with them. If that doesn't happen, we can at least pivot. So let's just see what happens. Game number 1, here we go. And the Hoenn music is always the best music. All right, there we go. That's the lead we were expecting to see. We have a plan. And our plan is dual wing beat Whimsicott because that's Prankster Tailwind. Are we going to get to play? There we go. Get our Intimidate out. That's great news for us. The only dicey part of this turn is does the Urshifu Terra. We have Moonblast that will KO. We have Psychic Noise that will chunk it significantly. I am going to lean in the option that he sees a Fairy type, likely going to either switch or he's going to Terra. So I'm going to go with the Psychic Noise look here into the Baller, even though it's no effect. More choice, Scarf, Dual Wing Beat here. We do actually have to Terra to live a Wicked Blow. And we're just going to tee off and go. We're faster. Unless he's tearing, we don't know. I don't think he teared. We're going to look kind of silly. Okay, Tailwind, that's fine. Wicked Blow, we live this. And that is going to be a Whimsicott that has a defensive estimate. Okay. So because of what we're looking at here, it's -1. We can look at a Moonblast on our side, or we can look at Psychic Noise again. I am in favor of, since he didn't Terra, we can throw our Moonblast in. It's a -1 Urshifu, and we have Shell Armor Gudra. We're going to go ahead and bring the Gudra in. Encore, that's okay. Honestly, that's okay. Wicked Blow, this will do like no damage. Alright, that's gone. We have a huge Gudra in front of an Urshifu once again. It is communicating a really long time. Auto Zone is in. This is okay. Because of what we have, Rabombi is locked into our Psychic moves, Psychic Noise. I think going to Arcanine here for the Intimidate. We also have Heat Wave Pressure, and we can also look at a Will-O-Wisp, which is going to be kind of important. Gudra, this is an opportunity where we can either go for a Life 2, or we can just go for a Shelter +2. We have to be somewhat mindful of close combat, but we're going to go ahead and Shelter to get +2 defense. Okay, that's it. That's good for us, I think. That's Toxapex. Gudra takes up so much screen, it's ridiculous. Terra from his side, this is Terra Electric. Damage-wise, we're looking okay right now. Volt Switch gets us to half. That's okay. He's doing that to get close combat set up. Yeah, here comes close combat. This might be banded. There's +2. We're going to go ahead and throw a Will-O-Wisp out right now. We might want to scout for a wide guard that Toxapex can have, but I think Will-O-Wisp into this slot's fine. How many more turns of Tailwind do they have? I think they have, yeah, last turn of Tailwind. Not going to affect us too much, but we do have some really fast Pokemon in the back now. Gudra, we can look at a Life Do, possible healing. I think actually healing Arcanine is going to be perfectly fine. Yeah, unfortunately that does like 75% of our HP bar. This is going to be Banded or Scarf, though. We do hit this. That's a big cripple. And Chilling Water, fantastic for us. Our attack falls. Because it's Terran, at this point we can put Rabombi in fairly safely, and we can pressure with Moonblast and things like that, which I really like here. Heat Wave's good in case we get a switch. Since we know the 4, we can Heat Wave. Won't do much damage there, but we also have Psychic Noise available. Heat Wave into Moonblast KOs, but he might switch. He's locked into close combat. I think we're going to Psychic Noise this Toxapex, because Urshifu's probably going to swap. Didn't swap. Not much damage, but it will stop any healing, which is big. Okay, -2 Spadaf. If this hits, it should KO. Okay, Burn will take it out. Acid Spray. Right. It will go down. All right, we got 3v2 with our win con is going to have to be our Staraptor. Okay. We have Snarl to drop the special attack stats here, which I think is going to be pretty impactful. Rabombi is fastest, but it is also going to be susceptible to getting KO'd here, but I think that's okay. We can Tailwind, but we will be faster anyway at this point, and so Moonblast into Magnezone is going to be pretty effective for us. It won't do a lot of damage, but it'll at least get Magnezone work down. So Wide Guard is what we're going to have to worry about, so Will-O-Wisp is going to be how we're going to have to do damage here. That's really good. So we'll just have to go for the burn. Oh, Discharge. We saw this last night. We're going to lose game 1, and that's okay. The Guja didn't do exactly what we wanted, but it's alright. That is Black Sludge. Okay, so the way we're going to get through this, I think Double Edge is going to have to be how we do it. With Fairy, unfortunately, the Acid Spray probably KOs us at 62 HP. Alright, so Double Edge into Auto Zone should pick this up. We'll also get to see if there's a Protect. That's fine. Doesn't pick it up. It's actually good information to know. He might KO his own Pokemon. Yep. Alright, well, we lose game 1. We got a little cute turn 1. I think we should just play it straight. That's alright. Down the first game. That's alright. I think Arcanine's fine. Toxapex will wall Arcanine, though. Will-O-Wisp was fine. Staraptor's okay. Rhyperior probably is going to be what we're going to have to use to win. The issue is getting Rhyperior in a situation where we can get a little bit more success. Man, what is going on with the internet? Okay. Not really sure what's going on. Yeah. Game 1 is for communication errors. Okay. Oh, wow, word. Did I? I don't even know how to use Automod right now. Okay. Ooh, that took a while. All right, so game 2 adjustments. Magnezone. Ah, there we go. Appreciate it. I think if we can figure out how to get Rhyperior in a spot for success, it should do rather well. Just because we're looking at grass tears, poison tears, electric tears, dragon tears, stuff like that. And so the hard part is going to be getting it in a spot where it can do really well for us. Just because Wicked Blow does a whole lot of damage, close combat can do a whole lot of damage, it forces us to Terra into Dragon. But I think we can make it work. Rabombi, I think, is going to have to show up quite a bit for this one, just for the Moonblast. And that's going to be okay. I think if we can figure out, if we can get Goodra at a healthier point to work with, like it's a lot better for us. We also have Tailwind that we can maybe use, but we don't also have the fastest team either, so that might not be something we can work with. But Rabombi, I think, still going to be our lead. Could we lead Rhyperior is the question. Because if this is a Urshifu lead, then we're going to be really pressured to Terra, and it's just not a good spot to be in. And so that's okay. Maybe, is it just Ghost Raptor? I think Arcanine's fine, as long as we can get rid of Toxapex. Does our Ogerpon do enough damage here? If we had not U-turn, I think I like it. I think it's going to be a similar... No, hold on. We're Arcanine, Rhyperior in the back, Staraptor in the back. Now we can threaten with Will-O-Wisp early and Moonblast, and then also can just... I think it's just our best turn 1 look into the team. All right, game number 2. Here we go. All right, that's the lead we were thinking we might see here. Rabombi, Arcanine. To see these two. Very spooky stuff. All right, he didn't Terra last time. I'm not sure if we can get the Will-O-Wisp this time. We might, if he keeps it out there. There is an Intimidate. It's not going to really do much because Wicked Blow is probably the move we're going to see. So, my thought process is we Moonblast here, and then we double it up with a Heat Wave. Reasoning being, if he Terras, we should at least pick it up, as long as Heat Wave hits, obviously, and it's good damage into Whimsicott as well. So we'll just swing with both, and we're gonna have to adapt as this one goes. All right, he's attacking with both, or at least attacking with Urshifu. Okay, U-turn's fine. If this is Magnezone switching in, this is good for us. Okay, Toxapex. This is okay. This is going to do no damage whatsoever, but that's fine. Heat Wave missed someone. Missed the target we really wanted to hit. Leftovers or Black Sludge? Okay, leftovers. So, Acid Spray is a move that we can see. I think at this point we can probably switch Rhyperior in and keep Arcanine out. Wide Guard is a thing we have to be mindful of. And so Rabombi is probably best pressure. And we're going to get Encored into this. So maybe keeping Rabombi out here is actually better for us. We can Psychic Noise this slot. Arcanine's going to switch for Rhyperior. This could be a Chilling Water. And we're going to actually do this instead. Because if it's Chilling Water, we don't want to take the damage. Because 4 times effective is still pretty effective. Moonblast. Alright, we know the attack move. What a tank. Alright. Tailwind for 2 more turns. Rabombi, I think we can actually get a Rabombi Protect here. And Staraptor, we can dual Wing Beat, Double Edge, or U-turn. I am in favor of dual Wing Beat. Maybe, no. I like Double Edge, actually. Double Edges are a better move, and they can't protect. They have Wide Guard, Chilling Water. Yeah, that's going to be our best case scenario. Okay, and this is good damage into... Yeah, this is good damage into this slot right now. Encore is going to go into the Protect. That's fine. That's fantastic for us. Tailwind expires this turn. Rabombi, you've been wonderful for us. But you're going to switch to Arcanine. And we're going to just see what the speed is on this Urshifu. It will be faster than Staraptor right now. Oh yeah, this is going to go to Arcanine. Staraptor. I think it's all... Oh, duh. We know this. We know this. We'll just Double Edge once again. I knew I don't know why I thought we... What are we doing? Encore fails. We're not going to get Encore protected this time. Iron Head. That's wonderful. We might get flinched. We don't get flinched. Recoil damage is there. So the issue is if this ends up being the Toxapex with Regenerator, which we'll see how Psychic Noise works with Regenerator. Okay, it doesn't work the way I'd like. This is probably going to be a Wide Guard from their side. I think this is just a good chance to just burn Whimsicott so we can get rid of the Focus Sash this way. Because that is Terra Ghost. Staraptor is going to just keep throwing the damage out, and we're just going to Double Edge Toxapex here. Just get as much damage on the board as possible. Let's see. Make sure this is our last turn. No Tailwind, so Arcanine's Will-O-Wisping. We're going to Double Edge here. Just because if it's a... Okay, that's still good. Okay. Straptor's still up, which is great. Okay. Straptor did a great job this game. And we hit it, and we're going to break Focus Sash this way. Alright. Yeah, Leftovers healing is pretty big, but no more Focus Sash now. Is it time for the Rhyperior? Not yet. Rabombi with 1 HP is enough. Alright, so Arcanine is going to either protect or... I think Will-O-Wisp is still fine right now. Will-O-Wisp this slot. And then we're going to hit it with Psychic Noise as well. Terra Dragon is what it can go to. But we can Psychic Noise here. And that should get it to go away. If anything, it'll nullify Leftovers. Obviously, if we hit Psychic Noise, that will nullify Leftovers. Alright, there's Magnezone. Encore into Will-O-Wisp, that's okay. That's the move we're using, so it's alright. Alright, that will probably break Sturdy for us. We missed this one, though. Okay. So with how this is looking, we are locked into the Heat Wave. This is finally the opening we can get to get our Rhyperior in. And so we're going to do so. Rabombi is either Psychic Noise, Moonblast, Protect. Psychic Noise into Whimsicott's probably pretty good, just because there's a chance this is a Toxapex switch. There's Terra Electric. Telling this might actually outspeed Rabombi. Okay, we do get it off. That's great. I mean, it's just try to speed up the damage there. Volt Switch will not work. Okay, so Rhyperior could be under threat. I'm not entirely sure. Flash Cannon, I'm not sure if he's choiced or not. I'm not too worried about Moonblast right now. So if we can high horsepower here, that's pretty good for us. And then we can Psychic Noise. I think just keep working on this slot right now. Where do you go here? Question of the day. Got 2 minutes left. I think we're going to go this slot. Okay. Withdraws it, so this is high horsepower into Toxapex, which is great. Then Arcanine can come in and start throwing out Heat Waves. Or Snarls. Either one's great. Yep, Rabombi, great job. It did good for us. Just need to hit this high horsepower, though. Alright. It's going to be close. Okay. All right, Arcanine, you're up. Unfortunately, we did not get rid of Toxapex with that high horsepower. And Intimidate, that's all well and good. We are not going to use Rock Slide because we can probably get hit with the Wide Guard. We're going to use our high horsepower once again, and we're actually going to keep our Heat Wave up in the event that we do get this KO and Whimsicott's still alive. We don't want to get like Encored into Will-O-Wisp or something like that. So Protect, we know the last move. And we do get this. Perfect. A crit. Don't know if that one matters, but we'll take it. Take it nonetheless. High horsepower and to protect, that's fine. More importantly, we can still Heat Wave high horsepower in the next turn, which is the most important part for us. They can discharge spam, which is what we're a little nervous about, but no Sturdy is pretty big. I think you just go high horsepower here, and then we're going to keep the Heat Wave going to either pick up Whimsicott or just do as much damage as possible. Obviously, this can miss, but I like our chances. Takes us to half. Solid Rock coming in helpful. Thunderbolt. It's enough. That has to be choice specs. Really no other way around that. All right, Whimsicott's gone. All right, no more Tailwinds. I don't know if we're going to live, but here's what we're going to do. I think he's getting low on time. Okay, we can Snarl, we can Heat Wave. I think Heat Wave's probably our best damage here, not single target. If we can survive one, we will probably win, but I don't think we do because we don't have the Special Bolt. Yep. Unfortunate. We didn't use our fairies and we lose, but honestly, that locks us in second division, which is perfectly fine. Only downside is now we actually have a losing record against the team. But we get swept. Not the end of the world. For having not a ton of prep time when we're trying to prep two teams at once from week 9 and week 10, like knowing the team that we had to probably face, you know, we didn't execute very well, but really strong team regardless for Windy City. Gudra might have been actually better there once we got rid of the damage. We also could have protected to scout out the moves and stuff like that. So we had probably a better in-game to play to, but honestly, it just didn't work out for us there. And we needed to pick up Whimsicott. That doing half of our HP was a little bit more than I thought it would be, just because Calculator looked like we would probably be taking more closer to like a third instead. But choice specs, Magnezone does a lot of damage no matter what, and unfortunately, even with resisted damage, it's just not gonna get us out of that one. So we probably could have thought about protecting since they had one more turn to Tailwind, but they could easily reset it. So lots of things we can go back and look at, but hey, still a really good season. 6-4 with 12 points is solid. I think that's going to put us somewhere middle of the table overall, but all in all, good season. We got postseason coming up. It's going to actually be a little bit of a wait just because we got like a week for week 10 to finally finish playing, and then we also got another like probably a week, and then we'll get to the weekend, and we'll finally get to play our postseason, which will be a lot of fun. So, I'll be the first to congratulate the Toronto Trickemers on winning the Hoenn division. That was a pretty well fought division in general. So, but good series to Fred. I really tried. I think got a little too cute there. Ogerpon could have been a fairy, and I think might have been a little bit better for us. But we wanted to try to do something different here. But oh well. Regardless, good season, and we're not going to be upset about that. So thank y'all for watching, and we'll see you when we get to the postseason where it's win or go home, which is always a good time to play in. So we'll see you next time.